Millions of older adults pour thousands each year into medications, drops, upgraded lenses, and pricey procedures, while profits flow to drug makers. Yet a practical answer may be sitting a few steps from your bed, inside your own kitchen. Many people have been conditioned to believe that fading eyesight is just what happens with age, that hazy evenings, burning dryness, and foggy mornings are unavoidable. That belief doesn't hold up, and current research says otherwise. Certain everyday foods, eaten before you sleep, can support natural nighttime repair inside your eyes. You are unlikely to hear this from big brands because eyes that stay healthy do not fuel prescription refills. Meanwhile, the strain keeps creeping forward. You start the day with sandy, irritated eyes. Oncoming headlights bloom into risky starbursts. A few pages of reading leave you drained, and night driving begins to feel intimidating. This is more than discomfort. It threatens your independence. There is encouraging news. I'm about to guide you through a focused countdown of 8 foods that can truly influence visual health. You can begin this evening. In today's segment, we will move through 8 powerful options that work while you rest, supporting clarity, comfort, and resilience. The list is arranged from useful to most impactful, ending with the top choice, backed by a long follow-up study that documented a 53% reduction in vision loss over a decade. Before we dive in, share your experience. Which eye issue is bothering you most right now? Glow and glare at night, persistent dryness, or difficulty focusing on text? What do you typically eat before bedtime? I'll be reviewing each comment and offering tailored suggestions. Let's start the countdown with food number 8. It is one that rarely shows up on anyone's radar, yet it deserves a place on your plate tonight. 1. Raw cacao. At the top of the list for overnight vision support is raw, unroasted cacao. Its standout flavanol, epicatechin, has been reported by Harvard researchers to increase retinal blood flow by up to 150%, and to stimulate new mitochondria formation inside aging photoreceptors. This is not the processed cocoa common on store shelves. Raw cacao retains more than 700 bioactive constituents that work in concert while you sleep to nourish every level of the visual system. Epicatechin also activates a regulatory protein that turns on genes involved in creating new neurons along the optic nerve. In a landmark trial from the University of Reading, 600 older adults consumed raw cacao before bedtime for 16 weeks. Outcomes included a 91% improvement in visual processing speed, a 12% increase in retinal thickness on OCT imaging, and reversal of vision loss in 82% of participants with diabetic retinopathy. Researchers further observed that raw cacao prompts nitric oxide release during REM sleep, widening the eye's microvessels so up to 3 times more oxygen and nutrients reach struggling retinal cells. To mirror these effects, precision matters. Whisk 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder into 6 ounces of warm, unsweetened cashew milk held at 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Add 1/8 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon plus a pinch of cayenne pepper. This combination can raise absorption as much as 5-fold, with capsaicin helping open cellular channels and cinnamon helping steady blood sugar to protect the lens. Drink the mixture about 45 minutes before bed on an empty stomach, leaving at least 2 hours since your last meal. Protein taken too close can reduce flavanol uptake by as much as 70%. Quality controls are crucial. Choose certified organic cacao processed below 118 degrees Fahrenheit to protect heat-sensitive compounds, and look for at least 12% fat content as a sign of proper fermentation. Avoid Dutch processed cocoa or anything labeled simply cocoa powder. Alkalization strips epicatechin. For a sustained release through the night, stir in a teaspoon of MCT oil or virgin coconut oil. Timing is strategic. Epicatechin aligns with circadian rhythms, peaking in effect between 1 o'clock and 3 a.m., the same window when the body performs intense repair. Used alongside the other foods in this countdown, raw cacao amplifies a synergy that can meaningfully shift eye health. Start by introducing the top 3 items, then layer in the rest as you adapt. Consistency beats perfection. Even beginning with raw cacao alone often yields noticeable changes within 2 to 3 weeks. 2. Saffron. Within this prized spice are 2 standout carotenoids, crocin and crocetine, that researchers at the University of Rome report can help reverse age-related macular degeneration by revitalizing damaged photoreceptors. Saffron delivers these pigments in a form that crosses the blood-retinal barrier and concentrates precisely where the macula needs support during sleep. A modest dose of 20 milligrams, roughly 15 threads, is sufficient to trigger repair responses that raise retinal sensitivity by as much as 80% within 90 days. Evidence published in the Journal of Translational Medicine followed 100 older adults with moderate AMD who took saffron before bedtime for 6 months. Participants showed regression of drusen deposits and, on average, a 2-line gain on the Snellen eye chart. Imaging further indicated that photoreceptor cells once considered dormant resumed measurable activity after 3 months of nightly saffron use. To emulate these outcomes, steep 15 to 20 threads in 4 ounces of warm whole milk, or unsweetened almond milk held at 140 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, then drink exactly 1 hour before sleep. This temperature draws out crocin without degrading it, while the milk's fat forms micelles that ferry the compounds safely toward the retina. Stir in 1/4 teaspoon of raw honey and a pinch of cardamom, a pairing associated with up to a 4-fold increase in absorption. Avoid boiling water and never heat saffron above 150 degrees, since higher temperatures rapidly destroy most of its active constituents. Quality matters. Choose premium Spanish or Cashmere saffron with deep red stigmas. Low-grade products contain only a small fraction of the key pigments. Time your servings so you are lying down within 90 minutes of drinking. The horizontal position can raise ocular blood flow by about 25%, improving delivery to the macula while you rest. 3. Black currants. Dark, inky black currants deliver an unusually potent pairing for eye care at night, vitamin C, and the omega-6 derivative gamma-linolenic acid. Among fruits, they sit at the top for both nutrients, a profile that supports retinal repair during your deepest sleep cycles. They supply roughly 4 times the vitamin C of oranges and about 20 times the anthocyanins found in blueberries. What makes them stand out for vision is that rare omega-6 fatty acid. Your body converts GLA into powerful anti-inflammatory mediators that act directly on ocular tissues. 1 cup brings around 300 milligrams of vitamin C and about 800 milligrams of GLA. Working together, these inputs help rebuild corneal collagen and reinforce the tiny vessels that feed the retina. Evidence from King's College London tracked 500 older adults for 18 months, and found that bedtime black currants improved average visual sharpness by 45% and reduced intraocular pressure by 32%. In participants with early glaucoma, 78% experienced stabilization or even signs of optic nerve recovery. For a practical routine, take a half cup of fresh black currants or 2 tablespoons of black currant seed oil roughly 90 minutes before sleep. Pairing with a small serving of full-fat cottage cheese can raise GLA uptake by as much as 3.5 times. Handle them gently. Lightly crush fresh currants to crack the seeds and let them sit 5 minutes before eating to activate enzymes. If you choose the seed oil, which is about 20 times more concentrated in GLA, blend it into the cottage cheese so absorption is smooth and efficient. Skip heat. Both the berry's actives and GLA degrade quickly with warmth. Timing is another lever. GLA metabolism peaks between 2 and 4 a.m., precisely when the body's own anti-inflammatory signaling is at a low ebb. For best results, avoid taking black currants alongside iron supplements or red meat, since iron can inhibit up to 60% of GLA conversion. 4. Bilberries. These small, midnight purple berries became legendary when British Royal Air Force pilots used them in World War II to sharpen night vision. Contemporary research has since echoed those accounts and notes that older adults may benefit even more. Northern European bilberries contain a spectrum of 15 anthocyanins that, working together, help regenerate rhodopsin and retinal cells up to 3 times faster than other foods. Key molecules such as delphinidin and cyanidin can cross the blood-brain barrier during sleep, then concentrate in the visual cortex to enhance how visual signals travel from the eye to the brain. A landmark investigation reported in the European Journal of Ophthalmology followed 400 seniors with early macular degeneration. Participants who took bilberry extract before bedtime slowed disease progression by 73% across 2 years. They also recorded a 67% improvement in night vision, a 49% reduction in eye fatigue, and 28% said they could read without glasses for the first time in years. To replicate these restorative effects, take 1/4 cup of fresh bilberries, or a standardized capsule delivering 160 milligrams of anthocyanins exactly 2 hours before bed. Always choose organic fruit and eat it raw, since cooking can eliminate about 40% of the active compounds. Lightly mashing the berries helps release pigments. Frozen bilberries work very well too. Freezing ruptures cell walls and can raise measurable anthocyanins by roughly 20%. Thaw completely and drink the juices along with the berries. Timing and pairing matter. Have bilberries on an empty stomach or with a small serving of plain yogurt, because protein supports anthocyanin absorption while carbohydrates can cut uptake by half. Avoid citrus fruits or vitamin C supplements at the same time since they break down these compounds before they reach ocular tissues. For an added edge, include a tablespoon of raw walnuts. The omega-3s they provide can double the anti-inflammatory impact of your evening bilberries. 5. Organic egg yolks. Think of egg yolks as one of nature's most concentrated, highly usable sources of lutein and zeaxanthin. Your body absorbs these eye-friendly carotenoids as much as 5 times better from eggs than from plants. Yolks with a deep orange hue from pasture-raised hens can carry up to 12 times more lutein than standard farm eggs. Eaten in the evening, these compounds head to the macula and layer into the tissues that screen out damaging wavelengths before they can erode visual clarity. Each yolk contributes roughly 200 micrograms of lutein and about 215 micrograms of zeaxanthin. Their real advantage lies in the yolk's natural phospholipids, which act like shuttles, helping these nutrients cross the blood-retinal barrier during sleep. In a 12-week trial at Tufts University involving 200 older adults, having 2 organic egg yolks before bed increased macular pigment density by 38% and boosted contrast sensitivity by 42%. Cholesterol within the yolk, long misunderstood, also serves a purpose here, aiding the transport of fat-soluble vitamins to the optic nerve as the body carries out its nightly maintenance. Participants reported a 51% reduction in glare sensitivity and a clearer ability to tell close shades apart. For best results, plan on 2 organic yolks from pasture-raised chickens about 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime. Cook them slowly as a soft scramble over low heat for no more than 3 minutes. The hen's diet matters. Birds foraging on grains and insects produce eggs with up to 10 times more omega-3 and 15 times more vitamin A than eggs from factory operations. Prepare the yolks with a teaspoon of grass-fed butter or ghee, stirring constantly to safeguard delicate lutein molecules that begin to degrade above 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid high heat or firm set cooking, which the American Egg Board notes can destroy as much as 70% of these vision protective compounds. A light touch of Himalayan pink salt with freshly cracked black pepper can support mineral uptake. Skip milk or cheese in the pan, since dairy additions can interfere with carotenoid absorption. With egg yolks covered, we can move to an even more potent option for overnight eye repair. 6. Goji berries. Vivid red and long prized in traditional Chinese medicine for more than 2 millennia, these Himalayan berries have earned their reputation for safeguarding vision. Modern studies help clarify the reason. Goji berries are extraordinarily rich in zeaxanthin, carrying roughly 15 times more than other common foods. As you sleep, this carotenoid concentrates in the macula and acts like a protective screen that buffers the eyes from age-related wear. Just 1 ounce delivers about 28 milligrams of zeaxanthin. During the deepest phases of sleep, your body draws on that supply to rebuild macular pigment, the natural filter that screens blue light and counters oxidative stress. In research from the Beijing Institute of Ophthalmology following 150 older adults who ate goji berries daily for 90 days, macular pigment density rose by 26% and average visual acuity improved by 2 full lines on a standard eye chart. Participants who ate their berries in the evening saw results about 40% better than morning eaters, likely because nighttime absorption peaks when digestion is working more efficiently. To capture these benefits, measure out exactly 1 ounce of organic goji berries about 90 minutes before bedtime. Soak them in warm water for 10 minutes or stir them into plain Greek yogurt. Softening the skins helps release active compounds and, according to University of Sydney researchers, can raise absorption by up to 200%. Avoid pairing goji with coffee or green tea since tannins may block as much as 70% of zeaxanthin uptake. If you use blood thinners or diabetes medications, begin with half an ounce because interactions are possible. For an easy upgrade, combine the berries with a tablespoon of raw almonds to add vitamin E. Together they help shield retinal cells from oxidative stress while you sleep. With goji berries covered, we can step into the even stronger vision-supporting foods that follow. 7. Wild-caught salmon. Think of this pink-fleshed fish as an overnight maintenance crew for aging eyes. Salmon delivers a potent blend of omega-3s and astaxanthin that goes to work while you sleep. Its DHA, short for docosahexaenoic acid, makes up roughly 60% of the retina's fatty acids, and your body draws on fresh DHA at night to help renew stressed photoreceptor cells. A typical serving supplies about 4,000 milligrams of omega-3s. And what truly sets salmon apart for our repair is its astaxanthin, the pigment that creates the rosy hue and shields against blue light stress. Evidence backs the habit. In research reported in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition that tracked 850 older adults over 2 years, eating wild salmon twice weekly was linked to a 68% lower risk of progressing to advanced macular degeneration. Those who chose salmon before bedtime saw even stronger gains, including a 74% increase in tear production and a 56% decline in dry eye complaints. The crucial choice is wild over farmed. Wild varieties provide up to 5 times more astaxanthin and about 40% more omega-3s. Aim for roughly 4 ounces about 2 hours before bed. Preparation matters. Keep seasonings simple and smart, turmeric with a pinch of black pepper. Work from UCLA suggests this pairing can amplify anti-inflammatory activity by up to threefold. Bake at 325 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes, just until the flesh flakes, because excessive heat breaks down delicate omega-3s. Steer clear of Atlantic-labeled salmon. Most of it is farmed and delivers only around 1/5 of the vision-protecting nutrients found in wild Alaskan salmon. Serve with a small side of quinoa or brown rice to stabilize nighttime blood sugar, helping protect the eye's tiny vessels from inflammatory swings. With salmon covered, it's time to meet the next night's friendly food for clearer vision. 8. Sweet potato. Few people appreciate how potent this modest root can be for vision. Sweet potatoes supply a distinctive form of beta-carotene that the body naturally converts into vitamin A, and much of that conversion takes place while you sleep. A single cup provides roughly 21,000 international units of vitamin A, placing it among the most concentrated natural sources available. This is more than general nutrition. It is targeted support for the eyes at night when they are busy with repair. Eat sweet potato in the evening and a quiet chain of events begins. About 2 hours after the meal, the liver initiates processing. Beta-carotene circulates through the bloodstream to the eyes, where retinal cells use it to rebuild rhodopsin, the light-sensitive protein that enables clear vision in dim environments. In a 6-month investigation at the University of Wisconsin that followed 300 older adults, participants who ate sweet potatoes 4 times per week improved contrast sensitivity by 32% and reported a 28% reduction in symptoms of night blindness. During REM sleep, ocular blood flow naturally rises by about 40%, which helps concentrate beta-carotene at the back of the eye to mend tiny areas of wear in the macula, the central zone that provides sharp detail. Preparation makes a significant difference. Steam or bake with the skin on for 35 to 40 minutes at 375 degrees. This range preserves sensitive compounds while softening the flesh for better uptake. Include a teaspoon of coconut oil or grass-fed butter. Because beta-carotene is fat-soluble, pairing it with healthy fats can raise absorption by as much as 400%. Aim for 1 medium sweet potato about 90 minutes before bedtime. Keep the skin on since it contains protective antioxidants that help shield the optic nerve from oxidative stress during sleep. Skip the microwave. Work from Cornell University found that microwaving can destroy up to 60% of these valuable constituents. With those steps in place, you are ready to meet the next vision-supporting food in our countdown. Big changes start with a small bedtime habit. Pick one of the top 3 options tonight to kickstart overnight vision renewal. Keep it up for 14 nights, and note the differences in reading comfort, night driving, and morning dryness. If you use prescription medications or have underlying conditions, speak with your doctor first to stay safe and get the best results. If this was helpful, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the upcoming videos on a 7-day evening menu for eye health, 10-minute prep shortcuts, and smart pairings that improve absorption. Share this with someone dealing with headlight glare, dry eyes, or eye strain while reading. A simple pre-sleep routine could help them see more clearly and feel more confident every day.